What's up, guys? My name is Chris and this is dezignzone. In this video we're going to be covering how to do a face repair. So we're going to take a picture, we're going to take two different photos, and we're going to take a face from one of them and put it on top of the other face. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm using Photoshop CS6, but you can accomplish this with pretty much any other photo editing software. I'm going to open up two photos I've got here. The first photo is the original, and it is of my friend and I and his daughter. We went out to dinner one night, and basically when I took this photo, I really liked the photo, but later on I found out that his daughter's head was a little blurry from her moving around. So basically I found this other photo from another night we went out, and I realized that that photo looks pretty natural and it would probably work to go on top of this one. So what we're going to be doing is taking the face from this photo and putting it on top of the original. So there's going to be some things we need to do to accomplish that, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is open up the newer picture and just zoom in so we can work with the face here. And we're going to get our magnetic lasso tool, which is right here. And we want to focus on the inner face, so not the edges of her head, because we've got the edges intact on the other photo, but we just want to get enough of the inner face, that way we can do a natural blend with the original. So let's left click once and just move the mouse. If it locks to the edge, that's alright, because we're going to blend it anyway. And then left click again once you get to the end, and that'll make our selection. Let's right click and layer copy to copy it to a new layer. Let's choose our move tool, then drag her face over to the original picture, and now we're going to let go of the mouse button. And I'm already noticing she's looking in the opposite direction, so let's go to Edit, Transform, Flip Horizontal, and let's give it a rotation by using our free transform tool. Just make sure her eyes are balanced, and we'll go ahead and OK that by clicking the check mark. Get her eyes centered on her head there, and that looks pretty good there. Let's zoom in to get a better look. We can also use Control plus to zoom in here. A little bit closer. There we go. All right. So just by looking at this photo offhand, I'm noticing that the colors are a little different. There's more of a red and darker skin tone in this newer picture, so we're going to need to brighten it up, and we're going to need to blend it pretty good. So to do that, let's first start on the blending, and we're going to use our eraser tool. Make sure we're using a feathered brush. If we used one of these other brushes, it would probably create too much of a sharp edge, so let's use the feathered one. Somewhat large, 88 should be good, and the opacity, we need to make sure that's at right around 50%, just so when we make our passes around the edges, it's not going to be a sharp cut. We just want it to blend smoothly. So let's go ahead and just start taking our time going around the entire face. You want to remove all the sharp edges, and then once you've done that, you might want to remove some other areas. But you'll notice the more we do this, it's just going to start coming together. It's going to look pretty natural. And I'm just clicking, dragging, letting go, clicking, dragging, letting go. Alright, so let's go ahead and kind of erase some of the lower cheek there. I'm going to leave the actual upper cheek there because it kind of gives it more of a natural look, like she's just got some rosy cheeks. I'm also going to delete or erase some of the bridge of the nose here. Just make it look a little more natural. And then maybe some of the eyes here. All right. So now that we've done that, that looks really good right there. But what we're going to do is just kind of lower some of that red tone. So let's go to Image, Adjustments, Brightness. And you'll notice when we brighten this up that it's just going to look almost perfect. And then we're going to go ahead and raise the contrast just a little bit to kind of darken the blacks. I don't want to go too far with the contrast. And actually lowering that makes it look more natural. Let's put that right around -10 and then hit OK. Alright, so now let's go to Adjustments and Saturation, and I want to lower some of this saturation, that way it takes some of the reds away. Not too far though, because we still want to keep our eye color and lip color. Raise the lightness a little bit. Oop, wrong way. Right around there looks good. Let's go to OK. Next thing is Image, Adjustments, and how about the exposure? Let's change the gamma correction. And this is just going to smooth it even more to take away some of the red tones. And that looks pretty good right there. Let's hit OK and zoom back out to the original size. And I'm noticing it's still a little bit bright. So let's go to Image. Let's see here. Brightness, and just lower the brightness just a little bit more. Contrast a little bit. Alright, and that looks pretty good right there. Let's hit OK. And that's pretty much it to doing this. And this photo was pretty easy to do. And yours, you might have to do a little more editing and blending. It's just going to be, it's kind of an art to figuring out where you're going to be erasing stuff. In your case, you might have an eyebrow that looks better with the original layer, so you might want to erase the one that's on top and, you know, keep the one that's in the bottom. But it all just kind of depends on your photo. But thanks guys for checking this out, and hopefully you can use this to fix faces in your future. But be sure to come back and check out my next video and subscribe to my channel. That way you get updates on any new videos that come out. So thanks again, guys, and have a good day. Bye.